Set your mentality to wealth. These days, too many people hyper-focus on their results. Yet they forget a fundamental element of success. You reap what you sow. Your mindset and philosophy are assets on their own. You know the answers, but have yet to learn to decipher them. Thus, you must initiate a shift at the root level to influence the outcomes you generate, including the physical, spiritual, emotional, and cognitive domains. However, your physical realm is merely an output of the other three. It is the one that interacts with the outside world and feeds our spiritual, emotional, and cognitive selves. If you use your inner work wisely, it can take your wealth game to the next level. Do you want to know the rules to win? This summary will help you learn them. Money is a result. Wealth is a result. Health is a result. Illness is a result. Your weight is a result. We live in a world of cause and effect. This summary reveals how you can alter your spiritual, emotional, and cognitive DNA to produce the results you seek in your physical life. You can be a millionaire only after you've embraced the millionaire mindset. Put a spell on success. You are most likely unaware that you already have the money blueprint in your mind. You may ask, what is a money blueprint? Well, let's draw a parallel with the standard outline of a house, which is essentially a detailed plan created by an architect for that particular building. Similarly, your money blueprint is your preset program or way of relating to money. If you wonder how to initiate the blueprint, it's time to discuss manifestation. The manifestation process is a crucial formula widely adopted in the teachings of numerous potential educators. This formula determines whether people will create wealth and live their dreams. Thoughts tend to materialize, so use your mind as a tool. Your financial blueprint is an amalgamation of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors regarding money. A child isn't born with preconceived notions about money. They learn them. Our upbringing shapes how we perceive and interact with money, ingraining specific automatic responses that persist throughout our lives unless altered. You will remain the same unless you see the need for change and revise your money blueprint. The thoughts that travel through your mind daily originate from the archives of information you have stored over time. This is your historical conditioning. Indeed, the nature of your past experiences dictates every thought. To further ponder on this understanding, our process of manifestation can be revised as follows. The setting of your mind determines what you think about. Your thoughts determine how you feel. Your feelings prompt you to take action in line with those feelings. These actions lead to specific results. 3 horsemen of conditioning. In every aspect of life, including finances, we are shaped by 3 primary influences: verbal programming, modeling, and specific events. Verbal programming. This factor is crucial because the comments you heard about money in your youth are embedded in your subconscious, forming part of the blueprint that directs your financial path. The programs installed in your subconscious mind affect how you think, make decisions, and act to alter and reshape your financial blueprint and destiny. 4 critical elements of change are necessary. The initial step in transformation is awareness. Recognizing the existence of an issue is the starting point for change. The second step is understanding. Realizing that your thought patterns originate externally is crucial for this phase. Thirdly, disassociation plays a key role. Depending on your current self-perception and future aspirations, you have the choice to detach from negative thought patterns or maintain your existing mindset. Reconditioning is the final step. This strategy involves modifying your subconscious programming to replace detrimental beliefs with those that foster financial prosperity or any desired outcome. Modeling. As children, we absorb most of our learning through imitation. Our financial behaviors often mirror those of our parents or a blend of their traits. Possessing extensive knowledge and skills is futile if your blueprint isn't programmed for success, leading to inevitable financial struggles. Specific incidents, your early encounters with money and perceptions of wealthy individuals shape your current misconceptions or beliefs. Stop believing you don't have the wealth factor. It's literally in your head and is yours to change. Make your thoughts work. Your money blueprint works in the same fashion as a thermostat. If the temperature of a room is 52 degrees, there is a high probability that the thermostat also reads 52 degrees. Interestingly, if an open window lets in cold air, the room's temperature might fall to 50 degrees. Yet, the thermostat will activate to restore the temperature to 52. Similarly, if an open window allows warm air, the room's temperature could climb to 57 degrees. However, the thermostat will adjust it back to 52. To permanently change the room's temperature, reset the thermostat. Likewise, you must transform your money blueprint to elevate your financial success permanently. Regardless of your efforts in various ventures, like starting businesses, delving into real estate, or mastering the stock market, achieving lasting financial success is unlikely without a practical inner toolbox. A sound money blueprint. Consciousness lets you notice your thoughts and actions and alter them to suit your goals. Being conscious allows you to acknowledge the reality of your programming, a collection of early life inputs when you were too young to discern better. This awareness enables us to respond aptly to situations, leveraging our full capabilities and talents rather than reacting based on outdated fears and insecurities from the past. Each thought you have will either be an investment or a cost. It will either move you toward happiness and success or away from it. Adopt thoughts that support you. These are called rich thoughts. Remember, your thoughts create your emotions. Your emotions drive your actions, and your actions produce your results. To achieve wealth, it's essential to adopt the mindset and behaviors of the affluent. Did you know, according to the Standard & Poor's Ratings Services Global Financial Literacy Survey, there is a significant gap in financial literacy across different countries. Embrace the rich mindset. The first step to change is awareness. This point means that to adopt the mindset of the affluent, you must first comprehend the distinct thought patterns of wealthy individuals. The philosophy of rich people is markedly different from that of the poor and middle class. They think differently about their finances, spirituality, education, and relationships. The rich think differently about all facets of their lives. Wealth is all about being proactive instead of accepting things as they come. There are several so-called wealth files to program into your mind. These wealth files will be critical indicators and pointers to the right thoughts. They help you call yourself to order if you notice you are veering off the prosperous path. The wealth files are: Wealth File 1. Wealthy people embrace the belief, I create my life, while poor people believe, life happens to me. Get in the driver's seat of your financial life. To succeed financially, you must take responsibility for your accomplishments, failures, challenges, and struggles. Less wealthy people often adopt the role of a victim. The victim mentality is characterized by 3 telltale signs: blaming, justifying, and complaining. These 3 behaviors act as temporary stress relievers. Think of it this way: if someone wasn't experiencing dissatisfaction or failure in some aspect, would there be a need to assign blame, justify circumstances, or voice complaints? Certainly not. Wealth File 2. While poor people try not to lose money, rich people seek to gain more. Many poor people act defensively. They focus on security and survival. Wealthy people have the intention of amassing great wealth and abundance. Indeed, their purpose is compelling. What you set out to find is what you will eventually see. In other words, if you intend to pay your bills and care for your welfare alone, you will revolve around your paycheck. The main goal of genuinely wealthy individuals is to have great wealth and live a life of abundance. Not just some cash, but a lot of money. The bottom line is to set goals to become rich and not simply be comfortable. Remember, you get what you truly desire. Life only happens to people who intend to have just enough money to survive and pay their bills. Therefore, your goals must be rich if you genuinely want to be wealthy. Wise risk is the best risk. You already know about being active and seeking more. Now, let's take a look at the other wealth files. Wealth File 3. Affluent individuals are dedicated to achieving wealth, whereas poor people merely aspire to be wealthy. Rich people do not question their desire to make money. They dedicate all their efforts toward more wealth. As far as it's lawful and moral, they will take the necessary steps. People don't achieve the goal of becoming wealthy because they have not internalized the goal subconsciously and are unwilling to do what it takes to create wealth. Wealth File 4. Affluent individuals think on a grand scale, while those less wealthy tend to think on a smaller scale. The law of income suggests that your earnings are proportional to the value you provide as perceived by the market. The critical factor here is value, which relates to the number of people you serve or impact. Harboring a sense of insignificance or fear of failure does not lead to wealth creation. Being an entrepreneur means being the primary problem solver. Answer the following question. Would you prefer to solve problems for a larger or smaller group? If you choose a larger group, you must think more expansively and aim at a broader audience, potentially thousands or even millions. The more people you assist, the richer you become financially, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Wealth File 5. Wealthy individuals focus differently. They see potential where others see barriers. Typically, less affluent individuals doubt their skills and potential. They often fear that failure will result in disastrous consequences. They consistently perceive barriers instead of seizing opportunities for wealth creation, thus avoiding taking risks. If you're not ready to risk anything, you're not ready to gain any rewards. Rich people don't take forever to learn about a particular endeavor. They engage in calculated risks. They do as much as possible in the shortest possible time, and then make a well-informed decision to pursue their goals. What you envision in your mind is what manifests in reality. If you focus on barriers, they will be the only thing you see. If you direct your efforts toward opportunities, you generate wealth. It's quite a simple formula, but learning it takes time. Hate is never the answer. Finally, here's the last portion of the wealth files for you to take notes. Wealth File 6. Poor people resent wealthy people, while rich people admire them. When your thinking isn't empowering you or other people, you need to refocus on more supportive thoughts. To become wealthy, certain qualities are essential, such as trustworthiness, optimism, dependability, focus, determination, perseverance, persistence, vitality, people skills, effective communication, reasonable intelligence, and proficiency in at least one domain. You can't resent something and desire it simultaneously because you'll end up disappointed and empty-handed. Wealth File 7. Rich people stay in rich environments while poor people move with the poor. The most effective way to accumulate wealth is by emulating other affluent individuals who have already mastered the art of creating wealth. The main rule is to adopt internal and external strategies to launch the machine. You will likely achieve similar outcomes by replicating the actions and mindsets of those who inspire you. On the other hand, poor people often react to others' success with judgment, criticism, ridicule, and attempts to bring them down to their level. When meeting a wealthy person, seize the opportunity to connect with them, engage in conversation, understand their thought process, exchange contact details, and develop a personal friendship if you share common interests. You must believe you possess the qualities to be rich if you want to join the millionaire gang. In other words, emulate affluent people rather than taunt them. Rather than avoiding rich personalities, become more acquainted with them. Change the idea that they're extraordinary by applying their moves. If you meet at least one rich person, You'll realize they're more down to earth than you thought. Well, File 8. Poor people have negative thoughts and feelings about selling, while rich people do not hesitate to communicate their value and promote themselves. It is pertinent to note that wealthy people are extraordinarily skilled at beautifully packaging their value. Once you believe that the value you have to provide can genuinely assist people, you need to let them know about it. Don't limit yourself to close acquaintances, colleagues, or friends. Find a way to reach a bigger audience. In this way, you help people while getting rich at the same time. Conclusion: your transformation affects the world. When each of us develops a millionaire mindset, we will have a world made up of an abundant mentality. Elevating our awareness enables us to shift from fear to bravery and embrace abundance. Determine where your mind is stuck currently and work to develop an abundant mentality. That way, you express control over the outcome of your life. Your thoughts also play a massive role in your reality. Your results are often a fuselage of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Stop acting on the script you're handed and start writing yours. Be conscious and incentive so that others can copy your blueprint as well. For the final recap, see opportunities in every obstacle, promote your values, associate with people you want to become, learn to think globally. Eventually, you will leave a lasting legacy by transmitting the correct beliefs to the next generation. Their subconscious minds will be programmed for wealth because you've done the heavy lifting by altering your DNA to attract it. Try this. Write out 10 beliefs about the wealth you have. Reframe each idea as a question to answer. Discard the beliefs that are not true by writing the correct version. Repeatedly affirm the correct beliefs until they become part of your subconscious programming.